Welcome, seniors and senior families. We are so excited to present this screencast where we will detail important graduation information. But we hope that you walk away from this video knowing that graduation is happening and we will accommodate everyone. Congratulations, seniors. We're so proud of you, especially during this most challenging year. So let's get into it. First, a few reminders. We already had official cap and gown pickup, but we want families and students to know that if you haven't already done so, students and families can pick up their caps and gowns in the main office during normal business hours, and that's between 8 a.m. to about 3 o'clock p.m. So come on in and we'll help you out. Also, many of you did this already, but please be sure to complete the RSVP form that Dr. Dale sent out. If you need that link, it's going to be in an email from me, but also make sure that you're completing that form accurately and only once. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Other important information, I'm sure you heard that the CDC was maybe going to lift some of the guidelines on June 15th. If this happens, we just wanted you to consider one, that we, in addition to following the CDC guidelines, have to follow the LA County health guidelines as well. Regardless of those guidelines, we want to remind our guests and students that this is still a masked event, and new guidelines could possibly loosen seating restrictions, in which case we will notify you if this happens. All right, graduation rehearsal information. We will be hosting graduation rehearsal on Wednesday, June 16th from 1:30 p.m. to about 2:30 p.m. Graduates will meet on Stadium Way. They will come to the bleachers and we will practice. Following the rehearsal, families may come to Waller Stadium to locate their seats prior to the event from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Now, just some general information about graduation. Graduation is on Thursday, June 17th, and it starts promptly at 5 o'clock p.m. Guests may arrive beginning at 3:30 p.m., and this is to account for having to go through the registration process and get to your seats. So please make sure that you're arriving well before 5 o'clock p.m. Also, graduation will take place on Cooper Field in Waller Stadium. Also, families are allowed up to 4 spectators, but you must complete that RSVP form. Seating is available for both vaccinated and unvaccinated spectators. Every family attending will be pre-assigned a section. The seating will be posted on the website, on all gates, and emailed to families on June 14th. Also, we will make full use of the less restrictive spacing requirements for fully vaccinated spectators, but we do want you to know that we also offer unvaccinated seating as well. We will be live streaming the event for those not in attendance, and that recording will be available for playback, so let your out-of-town family members know. We will also have the stadium and field available throughout the day on June 17th with platforms and backdrops for families to take photos with their graduate. After graduation, all graduates will march to Westfield and can be picked up on Meadows. This is another slide full of more important information for graduation. Students will be split into alpha groups, 2 alpha groups. So if your student's last name is between Abby and Levin, then those students will be dropped off at Westfield on Meadows from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in anticipation of graduation on June 17th. Students with the last name Levine to Zawaki will be dropped off at Rowell near Pennycamp on the back entrance of the district office. All SDC students will also meet on Westfield, regardless of their last names. All graduates, once they arrive, will be scanned in using RUVNA. Guests can arrive and enter the PEC side of campus beginning at 3 o'clock p.m. Please allow extra time to park and seat yourself. Once again, assigned seats will be announced to families on June 14th. More graduation information. Beginning 72 hours prior to graduation on Monday, June 14th, families who want expedited entry to graduation may come to the front of the admin office to pre-register for graduation seating. Here is what the pre-registration process will look like. First of all, this process is only available for fully vaccinated guests. Beginning Monday, June 14th through Wednesday, June 16th, between 12:30 p.m. and 3 o'clock p.m., come to the main office and please bring the following. 1. All 4 spectators. If you are unable to bring all 4 spectators, it still would be a time saver to bring the spectators you can bring for the pre-registration process. All spectators that come to pre-register will also need a valid photo ID. They will need to provide proof of a vaccination by bringing their vaccination card, and the date should also reflect a full vaccination as well as the waiting period to become fully immune. Also, please provide, if necessary, a negative COVID-19 molecular test. This would be needed if the guest who is pre-registering is between the ages of 2 to 15 years old. Once you pre-register in the main office, you will receive a wristband with your assigned seat number on it. Spectators with wristbands will enter more efficiently the day of graduation. Now let's talk about graduation parking. Please allow ample time for parking. General parking will be available in the Lower Peck student parking lot. For handicap parking, it will be available in the Upper Peck lot off of Nelson, and a placard is required. There will be no parking authorized in the district office as our graduates will be assembling there. Ride share such as Uber or Lyft, or just good old walking, is always strongly encouraged. Handicap drop-off, if needed, will be available at the Upper Peck lot near the cafeteria. Handicap seating will also be available upon request the day of the event. Here's some more graduation information. There will be no spectators allowed on the fence line, but as a reminder, the event will be live streamed. Vaccinated spectators who do not pre-register will need to provide the listed items the day of graduation. These spectators will still receive a wristband on the day of graduation. Following the ceremony, guests will exit on Peck and pick up their graduate on Meadows. Be sure and coordinate with your graduate where you plan to pick them up on Meadows. Here are some more graduation reminders. As a reminder, every graduate gets a professional photo of them receiving their diploma with Dr. Dale, the principal. Be sure and bring your own water. There is no shade, and it can get very hot. The Manhattan Beach Police Department will be blocking off Peck from Matthews to Curtis beginning at 3 o'clock p.m. Gates on the Waller Field will remain locked with no entry or exit. Be sure and know your seat and section number. Remember, we will post those on June 14th. And again, mask wearing is strictly enforced. Finally, a note about grad night. Mira Costa High School's grad night is an all-night party of thoroughly extravagant proportions thrown each June exclusively for the graduating class. The party is substance-free and provides a safe environment for the current graduating class to celebrate together one last time. Attendees are bused to a secret private venue where they will have games, music, photo booth, and a variety of foods. The event starts at 8 p.m. after the graduation ceremony at Costa for check-in, and students will return to Costa around 3 a.m. We have provided more information of grad night below, and I will also include that in our email. We hope that this information is pertinent to you right now, and we will continue to update you as we get closer to graduation. We are so excited to have you. Take care.